stress.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner. This is a review for Black and Crew New York Season 9, Episode 1. Yes, we is back with the foolishness. Okay, the foolishness. Now, y'all are probably watching this as a premiere. Thank you for tuning in. I'm trying to do my shows to where y'all can catch them during the day and not at like 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. Because right now, it's 3:54 a.m. Yeah. Anyway, do not forget to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Okay, do not forget to also like this video, like the video, please and thank you. You can also comment in the comment section. You can also hit the share button to share it on your social media and all that good stuff that y'all need to do. Okay, do not forget to also to relax, to relate, to release, to center yourself and everyone around you. Okay, do not forget to also inhale and exhale, because sometimes you have to do that to prevent yourself from going stir crazy. Okay, also follow me on social media at J_Lees_Corner is right there. You see it right down in the corner? It's down there. It's also in the description box, along with all kind of other information. Okay, but we're gonna let that be. The season 9 premiere. I can say no one pissed me off. You know, that's new for Black King Crew New York. They usually always get on my nerves some kind of way. So I guess things are better, but it's only episode 1. Who knows what's gonna happen within the next episode? But we see mostly everyone is back for the first episode. Okay, let's look at the people. Okay, we have Alex. Okay, Alex looks like he probably was high a little bit, but he also looks nice and moisturized. Okay, it's fine. I like that he does not go by the V Slayer anymore. He goes by Alex, or is it Alex or maybe I don't know. He don't go by the word vagina anymore. That's the point. Okay, we then see Donna. Donna still has messed up hairstyles and big boobs and a lot of tattoos. Nothing has changed. She had a few different hairstyles. Could see on this one she had pink hair. Yes, Donna changes her hair all the time or whatever. We also see that Crystal is back. Crystal is one of the tattoo artists. She had a confessional look, so I gave her a look here. When you have a confessional, I address you as a part of the cast and whatnot. Okay, we see Puma. Puma used to look like a crackhead, but he does not anymore. Okay, this is like the black version of Where's Waldo because of the shirt. But again, I love that Puma looks amazing these days compared to the Snaggletooth Puma we knew back on season 1. I appreciate the growth. Okay, we then see Walt. Walt is back, looking fuller face, little bit, little beard or whatever. Okay, fine. I like the sweatshirt. We see Tati is back, looking like an anime character. Okay, I'm my girl. What are you doing? Are you Puerto Rican? Are you white? Are you Asian? Are you Chinese? Are you Japanese? What is going on? Are you Native American? I don't know what Tati is anymore. Her makeup makes her look like a goddamn character on the cartoons that'll be on television when I wake up to pee at 4 a.m. on the days I do go to bed. Okay, I don't like it. Okay, the edges look drawn on. Trace by numbers. What are you doing, Tati? The red hair, the color looks amazing. The color looks amazing, but I do not like them baby swooshes painted by numbers. Okay, and I don't know if her eyes are open or closed, but again, this is what she chose to come through on these days. And her face is contour. She looks like an alien. That's not how she looks. This is not makeup. Okay, this is a costume. But I'ma leave it be. Okay, I'm not gonna get back too hard on Tati. We then see Ted looking real thick. Okay, Ted had got real thin, but Ted is back looking like a teddy bear. Okay, we all know COVID had people gain some weight. I'm not down to that, man. When I'm saying this, I said Ted looks back like Teddy Ruxpin, like how he looked on season 1. but I'm gonna let that be and whatnot. I don't know what this shirt is or whatever. I'm like, does it say nine mag? Does it say bling ring? I don't know what it says, but having the shirts and the hats and the chains. I mean, I get promotion, but bruh, we don't care. Cause Ted don't do shit, okay? Anyway, moving on from Ted. And last and least, okay, because I kind of did these in the order of people I don't like. But I really just don't like C's and Ted. I can't say I dislike the other ones, because even Tati I can tolerate on most days. But again, back to the least, we have Caesar. Okay, bald headed Caesar. Okay, so again, as I said, everyone is back for season one. So we see the original shop on 113th got closed. Okay, foreclosure, not foreclosure. The landlord no longer wanted to renew their lease, and so they had to go. Anyway, he then opened a shop in Houston. We know the COVID shut everything down, 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 especially in New York was one of these cities that was shut down for a long, long time, okay? Because New York is a busy, busy city. You people rely on restaurants and bars and tattoos. Like that's a lot. A lot of that is how people make money there. So they were hit hard because a lot of businesses had to close. So again, he, opened a shop in Houston, if you say so. I think they said that Van from Black and Crew, girl. Well, from the Chicago brand, the Black and Crew, which is not mad, which she don't work anymore. They said that he supposedly worked at that shop. I'm like, oh, but you can get back on the show. That's fine. Now he also brings up how he also bought a house in Atlanta. He has a whole new girlfriend. Yeah, that same girlfriend who was beefing with his daughter online and beefing with the daughter mama online. That same girlfriend, we had a little cameo of her, but again, she don't have no confessional, which means what? She doesn't exist in my world. Anyway, he also opened up the Brooklyn shop in full and full, got it furnished and everything. It looks nice and everything or whatever. It kind of mimics Ryan's new Nine Mag, but again, that's fine. I got nothing to do with that. But again, that's the new shop opened up too. So again, C's is for sure a businessman. He is for sure successful in being able to open businesses. We want them to stay open. Let's see if that can happen, okay? But kudos and congratulations to C's for being successful. We cannot recognize he has definitely grown his brand since season one. He's also grown to be more of an asshole, but again, let's move on from the asshole behavior. So we see a couple different things. We see Kwani and Puma at home, teaching the kids or whatever, and he feel like I can be a teacher now. You probably could be, okay? We see Donna and Alex have been traveling all around the world, and yeah, not to fuck that neither and stuff or whatever. We see Tati at a house doing some construction. I'm like, she's a construction worker. Is she doing hard labor? Okay. We see Walt at the bodega. Okay. Bodega or whatever. Getting some little snacks or whatever. We see Ted in the studio for no reason at first, as I thought. He then said, because of the whole COVID thing, shut stuff down, he said he was going to chase his passion of producing music. I don't like Ted. So if I would like, I'd be real mad about. If I heard a song and I liked it. Damn, Ted produces. No, I can't like it no more. He just gets on my nerves, okay? And I feel like out of all the people, Ted has grown the least. He has stayed the same asshole, smug teddy bear he's always been, but not really done anything in the shop that we see. He just sit there as Caesar's friend. He say he managed things, and I'm gonna say, okay, kudos to that. But I don't like Ted. Okay, whatever, Ted, go sit on a deal. Oh, anyway, so we see that everyone doing different things or whatever, and they all get a text from C's, who has been in Atlanta all this time during COVID, that he's back in the city or whatever. He wants them all to meet up in Brooklyn at the Brooklyn shop to have a whole staff meeting. They're like, well, how the hell C's coming town after all this time? Wants to meet up with us. Why can't we do a Skype, okay, or a video? Why we got to come in and be around people? I don't know when this was shot. But I also would not have wanted to be around anybody. Not me, not today. Now we then see what each person doing around their house or whatever. Okay, saying alien face Tati because that don't look like Tati. I should have gotten a picture of what she really looks like and compared it, but I did not want to be that petty. So Tati is at her house. She's bought a house, 7 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms that she moved in with her cousin. So it's her, like 5 other people or whatever. So it's basically a hotel. Okay, it's a free for all. Okay, but again, she bought it. Kudos to her because we remember when she was in her parents' basement, broke and was getting arrested and stuff. So a good thing that she's not arrested no more. We don't know if she's broke or not. Okay, but again, she's bought a house. She has somewhere to live, and that is always something to be applauded when someone can purchase a house, even if they move in 5 relatives to help be there or whatever. But you're supposed to help family. So again, happy congratulations to her for whatever. Okay. Now she also brings up how because of COVID and things being shut down, she had to do whatever she could do to make some money. Because why? She has to pay for the house she can't afford. Okay. So she said, I was doing hair, I was doing personal training, I was doing tattoos, I was doing whatever I had to do to make some money. Okay. Make that money. Don't let it make you. Anyway, she brings up how when she up there talking to her cousins, how things have changed for me. I have changed. I'm no longer crazy Tati. I will believe it when I see it. But she say due to COVID and her reevaluating herself, okay, she is a changed person. She cannot be crazy Tati. She cannot be who she used to be. I feel like if that's the case, you need to apologize to anyone you affected while being crazy Tati. You need to apologize to Kit. Okay, because Craig Tati and how y'all was fucking with Kid, if you really different, go talk to her and make amends. Do that. If you can't do that, you haven't grown. Because she ain't do shit to you. I'ma leave that be because that's a reason why she got on my damn nerves. Now she also brings up how her resume is too lit for her to be a receptionist. Well, get a job somewhere else, mama. If where you working wants you as a receptionist, and you're not a receptionist, we'll move on through somewhere else. Go work somewhere else. What do you want to do? What does your resume have on it that you should be more than a receptionist? Let me know, but I don't know either. Now we then see Walt, with his wife Jess, they've been married for a whole year. They bring up how, they got married in February. So they got married right before COVID hit. So again, they were then stuck with each other in the house for like a year. So again, they think it was tough. They gonna work through some things or whatever. But however, no matter what, they are okay as a married couple. They're taking the bumps and roll as they come. Now, Walt brings up how he really needs to talk to C's because his main priority right now is not the shop. It's not being at the shop at all. His main priorities is that he wants to be focusing on his comedy, his clothing brand, and also his photography. So again, that is a conversation he needs to have with C's immediately. Okay, fine. We then see Donna and Alex. Okay, Donna and Alex, who are living together now. They are engaged. They place is small. And I mean that because they have too much stuff. Not as in the place itself is small, but it's too damn small for all their stuff. They had stuff stacked up to the walls. It was like a hoarder's nest, okay? It's like a hoarder's nest before you start walking around on mattresses and bags of chips. I was like, girl, y'all need to move. But they then brought up how we've been traveling a lot because of COVID. They did not want to stay in New York. But the places they said they went was like maybe Georgia. It was other places that had less restrictions than New York. I'm like, girl, what's wrong with y'all? But again, fine. But again, they bring up how their lease is expiring, and so they need to move. And he like, well, okay, I think we need to both kind of focus on what we want to do because neither of them want to go back to the tattoo shop and tattoo fully full time or whatever for C's. Girl. Alex does want to go back, but only to make enough money to open his own shop. And Donna don't want to go back at all because she wants to work on her CBD line of foods and juices or whatever. And I was like, I mean, I guess, I mean, Alex is a great tattoo artist, so him wanting to have his own shop does make sense. And I think Donna realized she's not an amazing tattoo artist, so maybe CBD is the way to go. Maybe so. I don't know. But again, that's they plan. Now we then see everyone meet up at the Brooklyn shop. Puma doesn't come because Puma is like, I got a whole key, I got kids at home, and I know for a fact y'all ain't been quarantining and being safe or whatever. I'm not coming around y'all and catching shit. Leave me out of it. Okay, so he wasn't there. Now C's gets there, whatever, and tells them, well, now Brooklyn, this is the main shop. This is the flagship shop. You can tattoo at any of the other shops too, but if you don't tattoo here, then you're not a flagship artist. Okay, I guess so. Anyway, he says so. He says so. For that reason, y'all all still have jobs. But wait, we have issues and questions and whatever. So Tati brings up how I do not want to be the receptionist anymore. So we need to talk. Alex then say, well, I also Bay wasn't there. Bay wasn't there either. But I'm thinking Bay probably wasn't there because she got a baby. Anyway, Alex then brings up how he wants to be a lead artist just like Bay. Okay, because he can out tattoo Bay. Whatever. I mean, I don't know. I think both he and Bay are great artists. Why can't you have more than one lead artist? You got like 6 spaces. What the fuck? Anyway, so Donna then brings up, I have 3 things, okay? One, I want to have a cooler in that corner for my CBD juice. I want you to support me when I blossom into whatever my next thing is. And lastly, I don't want a tattoo no more. I'm looking like, bitch, how you want a cooler in the corner of a place you don't work? How? I get her wanting to cooler because she works there, so she's going to also sell her juice. But how you going to basically quit working there but say, but can I sell shit out the corner of the store? Girl, I don't know. Now, C said, well, I will support you, whatever, but he kind of breezed over her one little corner for the juice, and he like, oh, so you basically quitting. Okay, that's fine. Nothing came of that, in my opinion, but I feel like Donna be on some bullshit sometimes, but Donna is also entertaining. Let's say that, okay? Now, anyway, Walt then brings about he just needs to be able to leave work at night in time to make his comedy shows. That's what he wants. I'm like, I guess so. So C then brings up how they will all be doing a tattoo little event where they'll be tattooing frontline workers to give them free tattoos because they've done so much for us. Amen. Okay. And they all think that's a great idea. So again, the first meeting, it seems nice. Even I think Taki said, C seems nice right now. He always does until the bullshit happens. Let's see if things continue on to be that way or the other. Now, C and Taki do talk, and they agreed to let her run the tattoo event because she wants to get back to being more than just a reception. She wants to take this event to show him I'm better than you think or whatnot. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So we do see her texting everybody, like, I need y'all here at the event 2 hours early to help us set up. I feel like anyone tattooing should do that because they should be getting their space ready. Just saying. I don't know why tattoo artists would not be there early, getting their area set up. I'm just saying. Anyway, we do see Puma and Ted meet up with the picture to at a cigar bar to chit chat, and they then do a Zoom call to bring C's in because C's couldn't make it. And I'm like, y'all can have a phone conversation, but I'm gonna leave that be. Anyway, Puma came in, honey, with a mask, a face shield. He was just masked up. He like, look, I got kids, okay? I don't want to be out here breathing this polluted ass air. Leave me be and whatnot. But he took his stuff off. Anyway, they tell him, which means C's and Ted tells Puma that someone broke in to the 125th tattoo shop. What? Not 125th. Now 125th, I guess one is on the second floor. It has, all these bolts and deadlocks, whatever. It's hard to get in, let alone break in, okay? Because the kind of door and security they have. There's also cameras around there and whatnot, okay? So they're surprised with the amount of cameras they have and all these things, how someone could break in, which makes them say, well, one thing, they took merchandise, they took body prisons or whatever, because the body prison stuff was like gold or whatever. And they also took about $5,000 from the cash register. And I'm like, why would y'all have $5 grand in cash on hand at the place? Who y'all don't have no safe? Don't at the end of the night? Don't y'all count down the money? You should never leave that much cash in the register. That's stupid. You should have a safe in the back somewhere that only a manager can get to, so that if somebody do break in, they can get it. But allegedly, apparently, the kind of door they have, the deadbolt or whatever these strong, still as doors, no one should have been able to get into. Plus, again, the place is on the second level, so you have to get up there and in there to do that. So they feel like it was an inside job. Excuse me. They bring up how they're waiting for footage from cameras that from other businesses around the area to see what they could have missed. I was like, girl, I guess so. Now, um, Puma asked, well, who was working when it happened? Because it didn't happen recently. It happened a while ago, like not a while, like maybe it happened a week ago. And they're waiting for this and that and that and this or whatever. But again, they bring up how Walt was the one working that day. Okay, and it seemed like it may be Walt. I'm like, not Walt. Walt set up a break-in, girl. I said, don't y'all do this to Walt. Why y'all always fucking with Walt? Walt ain't did nothing to nobody. Leave Walt. I felt so bad. Like, why y'all gonna blame Walt? Okay, how y'all know somebody did not break in? But they showed the doors, and I'm like, well, I don't know now. But again, fine. Puma don't think Walt would do that. Okay, he wouldn't do that. What is he back drinking? See, then say, I feel like he's doing more than his drinking this time. I think it's. I'm like, nah, he a drug addict. Is he a hooker? Is he selling dick? What is going on with Walt? What else is Walt on or whatever? Walt, sit down somewhere and let us know what you. Okay, I don't want to be Walt. So again, that's what they think. So we then see Donna and Walt meet up to talk or whatever. Donna brings up when Walt came to the meeting at the Brooklyn shop, whatever, he looked different. He looked off or whatever, like something may be wrong. And so she felt like he may not be okay. And we know Walt has battled with depression, with substance abuse. So he has had issues with it. So it's a good thing for Donna to check in on her friend. Because again, they friends or whatever. But she upset because he missed her birthday. Bitch, it was COVID. It was a pandemic. Fuck your birthday, bitch. Girl, what the girl? Anyway, so he tells her, well, no, it wasn't that. Like I'm saying, something came up and I couldn't make it. But you RSVP. How you RSVP? You didn't show up. Now that's a thing to be mad about. But if he's saying something came up, I could not make it. But what? Told her that because you RSVP. But I'm leave that be. She then said, well, I feel like you didn't come because you owe me money. I'm looking like, what? What happened now? So apparently Walt asked her to borrow some money and she loaned him some money. He has not paid her back yet. This is why you do not loan what you can't afford to not get back. I will be, look, not saying that you can't ask someone for money back, but if I borrow money off camera, don't ask me about that money on camera. Don't embarrass me. And he looked embarrassed. Okay, because you bring up how I borrow money from you and I ain't paid it back yet. But again, I don't loan what I can't afford to not get back. But I also know not to loan people money who have money and issues, who is not responsible. Like I used to be. I used to be very irresponsible, but not irresponsible. I just didn't like paying shit. I like spending what I want to spend whenever. Okay, I had the money, and I'm like, I don't want to pay my car note. That car ain't my name. Fuck that car. But again, you learn as you get older. Okay, that was dumb Jaylee in her early 20s. I'm different now. But I also know who you can and cannot loan money to. Walt is someone I would not loan money to. Sorry, friend. You don't make good decisions. Anyway, I'm not hiding from you. I'm gonna pay you back. You know where I live and where I work. I can't hide from you, okay? I just something came up, and that's why I'm not gonna get party. But I'm gonna pay you back, I promise. But she rings up, well, maybe you can work it off by shooting my products by CBD line. I'm like, okay, again, that happened is fine. I'm not girl. So that was all that was. Now, at the event, okay, for the workers or whatever, it was cute. We see, Donna did not get there early, but her refrigerator did. I'm like, girl, again, whatever. And so she got there later, but I'm like, why was she there? She wasn't tattooing. But Alex was. Some leave that be. Anyway, her mini fridge got delivered. She put a little juice, her little CBD juices in there and had it in the corner. I'm like, girl, bye. I'm like, again, she don't work there. We do see different essential workers coming in getting tattoos. They had to pick from like 6 or 7 different tattoos that was like already pre-made, pre-stenciled, like you saying Black Lives Matter. Um, just different things like essential workers, like they had like a bus and a heart, or just different things for nurses and doctors and transit workers or whatever. So they can get, it was like come get any tattoo. It was like you can get one of these 7 tattoos that is associated with Black Lives Matter and or essential worker type jobs, and we would do it for free. It was really nice. It was done really well. The workers love their tattoos. It was great. It was really, really good. We see people speaking about, who they lost here and there, how hard things were. Even Crystal brings up how one of her relatives like committed suicide, because of COVID. I'm like, tough. Okay, tough overall. So we see they have like 2 shifts of artists. They could not have all the artists there at once. So they had like people who did tattoos in the morning and who will come in the evening to that too. So we do see Ted and C's come in and they see the fridge like, wow, is that cool over there? What is that? And they're like, oh, that's Donna's thing for CBD. He like, who approved that? I'm like, well, you kind of did because you did not deny it, which made her feel like that you approved it. That's on you. Okay. Anyway, when Donna leaves, like, okay, I'm leaving. That's my thing. Leave it to be. Ted just went and grabbed the juice stuff. Fuck it, girl. I was like, whatever. But Tati had left and said Walt was supposed to be here, but he isn't here. But I have a family thing, so I have to leave. But Donna was there, so fine, fine, fine. So when they tell C's and Ted when Tati left, Walt wasn't here, blah, 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 blah. It's like fine, fine, fine. It doesn't really matter. We then see Ted gets the footage from one of the businesses or whatever of the night the break-in happened, because the businesses had to go back and find footage from that day around the time they think it happened. So that's what took so long to get stuff or whatever. So they look at the footage, and both he and Tess, because you can't see the person's face, they wearing a hat that kind of covered up. But they say you can tell by the walk that is walked. The walking, the mannerisms or whatever, it seems like is walk. Now you can't see no one's face. You can barely see their height, but you can see kind of how they're built because you can see them walking back and forth. They know they friend. I don't know they friend. They know they friend. They both say that look like Walt. That look like who? Like Walt. And then who walks in? Walt. I was like, oh Lord. I'm like, he walked in at the wrong time. And let me say this. I've watched this show since season 1. C's is not a good actor. We can tell when C's is faking it. The way C's looked at Walt made me feel like this really happened. Someone really broke in and they really found out that it was Walt because he looked pissed. Okay. Anyway, Walt walked in looking nervous. Okay. Now, Ted, on the other hand, Ted, you need to buy new clothes. Okay. All your clothes right now is too tight. I'm just saying. At least buy bigger jackets. If you had a bigger jacket, your pants would not look like they sucking your balls in. Anyway, so walking, hey y'all, hey, sound like y'all, hey. And you see everyone look like, oh shit, what's going on? And Ted and C's look like, okay, we have to say something because again, we have this video that it looks like it's you. We can't see your face, but it looks like it's built like you. Okay. And so Ted shows Walt the footage. Like, hey Walt, you know what I'm saying? Does that look like you to you? And I'm like, not does that look like you to you? And he said, nah, that ain't me. Dog, when Walt said, that ain't me. Who was that? That ain't me. That I don't know. That don't look like me to me. No, that don't look like me to me. Not at all or whatever. I was like, does it though? I don't know. Anyway, he does then tell him, but I wanted to talk to you about something else, about the cash register. I'm like, oh, what? What you saying? Walt then said I did steal money out the cash register. But I was going to put it back once I was able to. So I did do that. But I ain't do the break in shit. I'm like, you can't confess to stealing and then deny helping someone else break in. You can't do that. You should just shut the fuck up. Okay? If that ain't you on camera, say that wasn't me. But you admitting to stealing from them out your own mouth, yes, I did, do shit with the cash register. I did take stuff, you know what I'm saying, and I put it back when I could. You no. Is that you, boy? I don't. I'm like, I feel so bad because they gonna make it seem like that you also robbed us. So you took money from the register that we did not know about. I'm like, who balanced your books? But Walt's the manager or whatever. So if he balanced the books, who would ever know? Girl. And that's how I went up. I was like, I was shocked. Only because C's looked pissed. And not fake C's pissed, like real C's pissed. So I feel like, what, you did this shit? Now, Walt ain't said shit on social media. It's only episode 1. We have to wait till episode 2 to see what really happened. So I'll be back next week for that, okay? Thank y'all for tuning in, okay? Go to bed. Well, I'm going to bed because it's now 4:24. I'm going to bed, but make sure to like this video, okay? Like the video and share it too, okay? All that stuff and whatever. I'm going to bed. Love you all. Peace.